I'm back. I'm going to be talking a little bit about this. They on it again. Now, this is my continuation of some consumers are saying that hairstylists license. I'll say license because let me just talk a little bit about. I have so much on my mind right now about this. Consumers determining what a professional licensed hairstylist should charge. Where'd you get that from? Tell me, please, somebody. Tell me down in the comments, in the chat. How can you determine? Now I can see if you are you in the industry. But look, let's just go a little deeper. Maybe you're not in the industry and you're in another industry. Does the consumer have how do they come up with determining what someone's supposed to charge? Y'all let that sink in. Because see, this is something that we all need to think about. See, this is beauty according to Ms. Y. See, I talk about what the industry don't talk about. Now, I've been in this industry, the beauty industry, for like over 30 years. And some of the information that is out across the internet, we should charge certain prices for different hairstyles. How can a consumer determine that? If you don't, okay, here's one thing. If you have a right to pick and choose where you want to go and what you want to charge. No, what you want to pay. I'll say that. Excuse me. You have a right to do that. There are some budget-friendly places that you can go to, but always remember, you get what you pay for. Now that we've determined that, yes, you consumers have a right to go pick and choose where you would like to patronize someone that can style your hair according to what you feel that is appropriate for your budget. But can a consumer come up with or determine what a professional licensed stylist can charge? Now you tell me how you come up with that. Hello? You can't. Because if that's the case, when you say that out your mouth, you remember, can someone determine what you should make? So let us be mindful of when we put out seeds. I think some of us out here, I think we just don't know any better when we say things. Of the hairstylists, the old school stylists, and okay. Tell me why some of us think that an old school stylist should still charge you a price that you paid 30 years ago. Now you think about that. Because if you expect for a old school stylist to charge you or to have a menu of prices that you feel that you paid 30 years ago, why don't you take a pay cut? How about that? Do you see how that sounds? 30 years ago? It's just ridiculous. And not only that, inflation, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And the reason why I had to get on here to talk about it, because it keeps happening. It keeps happening. So I'm going to say this, and please share this video. A consumer cannot determine. Now, if you are in the industry, beauty industry or whatever industry in it that you're in, you cannot determine what someone else is supposed to charge for their services. Please let that sink in. Please let that sink in. Now, do people lowball? Not lowball, but yes, they do. What's lowballing? Lowballing is when a industry leader, I'll say, all across the industry, whatever job that you have, they say, okay, well, I'm going to charge this for this. Okay, you have a right to say no for whatever reason. It's all about the value of what people want to pay. That's just like a house. Someone is willing to pay maybe $1 million for a house versus someone want to pay half of that, $500,000 for it. Okay? It's all in what that person is willing to pay. It's all about the perspective of a person's thinking and what in their heart, what they determine, what they want to pay. That's what that is. So when you get this video, if you get it, and you have determined that old school stylists should still charge prices that was 30 years ago, then are you willing to take a paycheck that was 30 years ago? When I was in high school, back in the 80s, I used to work I was making $2.65 an hour for minimum wage. And that was back in the 80s. Probably, maybe the 70s. So do you think it's still, the minimum wage is still $2.65 an hour? Absolutely not. So make it make sense. Stop putting out ridiculous statements about what people in the industry should charge. You got to take a look at yourself. What's that old school saying? Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around other people's. You get what you pay for, and also you reap what you sow. So think about what you say when you say it. Y'all be blessed, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I have more information that I'm going to be posting about the industry and some of the ridiculous things that are happening. It's just ridiculous. Put down in your comments if you are in the industry, the beauty industry. It doesn't matter. It's ridiculous.